In this exercise, we'll learn how to manage stress at workplace. Like all the other negative emotions, stress is also a negative emotion which is meant to do good and to manage situations better. Before we start to learn how to manage stress, let's understand the true nature of stress. Stress is a reminder that the resources that we have in hand are shorter than the outcome that is expected. A good example would be to imagine lifting a heavy object. You know that you cannot lift it alone. You need other people, you need more resources to be able to lift this object. So you gather more resources or try to become creative and find other ways of lifting this object all by yourself. That's the positive side of using stress. In contrast, if you look at the object and you see that it's too heavy for you to be able to lift this up, and you get caught in the vicious cycle of negative thoughts that if you can't do it, job won't be done and there will only be negative outcomes of it. This kind of stress does no good to the situation. It only makes you feel suffer. Your body starts to feel the negative side effects of stress. Now that we know about stress, let's try to learn how to manage this in a positive way at your workplace. Step 1 is to become aware of the situation. Sense and know that what is needed and what do you have as a resource in your hand. Once you sense that the available resources that you have are not going to be enough for this task, try and become creative. One example could be finding someone who's better at this task and in return do something that the other person was doing. A real life example is when I was recording these exercises, I also had to write down the transcript of the exercise, and it's a very long and tedious task. I had the choice of using stress in a negative way here, but instead I tried to look for solutions. And I found that once you record all the practices, you can play them back and let Google convert that voice into a text, and a perfect transcript was done. So I did not invest any more time than I was doing already, and the job is done. The third step would be to understand that even if you cannot find a better way of doing the task, even if you cannot gather more resources to make this on time, is to know that you've done everything you could. And if there is only other way that someone else would have done it, then there is room for you to learn that. That's a positive way of looking at this. Make yourself open to learn it and become better at this.